Okay, we're back at the home page, and I'm going to show you one last thing that will show you how to do your weekly development portal exercises. So I'm hopping over to the modules. In week 1, you'll see we've got development portal, student video activity, and learning curve game. These titles are just here for me to have an assignment to put your grade into. This is going to be basically blank. I'm loading it for us. See, it doesn't say anything. So these are not going to be very helpful for you as far as what you're doing. What you're going to want to focus on is that anything that's indented under the word development portal is something that's going to occur at the development portal. So I put this redirect tool right here for us, and you can click on it, and I told it to launch in a separate window. So instead of launching in a separate window, it gives you this error message that says you have to launch it in a separate window. So that's nice. Okay, so it'll launch you onto this page. Okay. So for your first time, when you're trying to enter the development portal for the first time, if you have bought a book that came bundled with the development portal access code, then you click on register and activation code. If you have a textbook and no bundle, it didn't come with the development portal included, then you're going to click on purchase access to the development portal. And that'll guide you through the steps that you'll have to follow to pay and to pick your portal. I'm going to launch it. Okay. I think whether you're buying it or not, you're going to have to go through the process of finding your classroom. So all of us, no matter what school you're at, are in Washington. So you're going to go Washington. Now, these institutions are, I think I'm the only user. So you're going to see your school listed here, and you're going to pick your school. Since I'm using my Walla Walla shell, I'm going to go ahead and click on Walla Walla. Select your course/instructor. So Lake Washington students, please pick your Lake Washington school. Pierce College students, please pick Pierce College. All of you are going to pick me. So you're going to see something that says Lifespan Development dash your school's shorthand name and then my name, Seaver, Jolene. I think I'm the only instructor using this anyway. So this is whether you clicked on purchase access or, and then see, I think if I click next, it's going to tell me how to buy it. Oh no, this is still the same as what happens if you're registering access also. So you'll fill in your information, and please use the same name that you're registered at school with. Now this says you're about to purchase access for basically $60. And this will give you 6 months of access to the site, to the development portal. So for those of you who are buying this because you didn't get your text in time, please note what day you're buying this and make sure that within 14 days you contact Worth Publishers, and they've got their help number and stuff like that all over this website to let them know that you want to get your money back because you've gotten your text. Okay, so you'll have a $60 charge, but it will be reversed as soon as you get your book that you've already ordered but that hasn't arrived yet. So you go ahead and register, do your stuff. Okay, I'm going to do it one more time, this time clicking on register and activation code. So for those of you who bought a bundle or who have got your activation code, you put your activation code in. Oh, it looks like you do that first. Get all that stuff done, and then you come down here, and then same thing. You're going to pick your state, which is Washington. Pick your institution, whether you're Lake Washington, Pierce, or Walla Walla, and then pick your class. And make sure that, I think I'm the only one there, so do that, okay? So that's how you're going to initially register. Okay, you're either going to purchase your access if you don't have it, or register your activation code. Okay, I'm already registered, so I'm going to go ahead and enter the classroom. Now this does take a second. They've got a lot of materials on this website, so it takes a little second to load it up. Depending on whether you're working on a holiday or a weekend, a lot of times the publisher will take advantage of holidays and weekends thinking that students wouldn't be using the portal. And so then they'll do rehab and things on the classrooms. So I'm going to go ahead and use just my generic shell that I've been working in. Now they put announcements up on this webpage, and it's important for you to notice this. Thank you for selecting Psych Portal. It says, first off, it says Chrome and Safari are not supported. And what I'd really like to emphasize about this is that if you use one of those things, it may cause submissions to post grades to the gradebook inaccurately or omit them entirely. And apparently this is not an idle threat. Apparently students who have used Chrome and or Safari have done work that hasn't been recorded correctly in the gradebook. So if you use Chrome or Safari as your normal browsers, please use Explorer or Firefox instead. You can download those for free. The other thing I wanted to point out is that they'll put up announcements warning you that they're planning on doing maintenance. Like it says January 3rd, they're planning on having the site down beginning at 2 a.m. Eastern time, which for us here on the West Coast is 11 p.m. So that's kind of in the realm of time that a lot of my students like to do their work, between 11 p.m. and 2 a.m. Pacific time, right? So it's like, this is kind of when you guys might be doing work. So pay attention if they put an announcement up, and make sure that you don't try and log in at 11 p.m. on January 3rd, which technically actually is Thursday night to most of us, and then be completely frustrated with the portal. They warned us they were going to be shut down. I'm going to go ahead and do this as a student view because this is going to look a lot different once you guys see the student view. Okay. Because see, I took a lot of the tabs out to reduce your confusion. I put this announcement up that says start by clicking on the Assignment Center tab. You'll find all of your assignments listed by date. You've got your learning curve games. You need to complete all of the games listed for each due date. The student video activity, you need to complete one of the videos for each due date, so that hopefully you'll be less confused about what you're doing. So currently we're on the home page for the portal. Here's the ebook that I was telling you that you automatically get when you buy the portal. And then here is the Assignment Center. Okay, now when you see all the assignments I've made, you're going to have a slight heart attack. So please try not to have a heart attack right now. Okay, let's wait for it. Wait for it. I don't see anything happening. It's freaking me out. All right. Okay, so you see this, and you're thinking, I hate this teacher. What in the heck is up with it? Why would this teacher give me so much work? I can't do all that. No, you're not going to do all this in one quarter. Okay. I tried to figure out a way to cluster them or make it make better sense, but all I could come up with is clustering them by the due date. So you'll notice over here in the right-hand column, it shows you what day an assignment is due. And then your job is to look over and see what type of assignment it is. Now remember, with student video activities, you're only required to do one from the list that are due on a particular day. So this particular set, you have 5 to pick from. And you can pick it by the title. I don't know if you know who Harry Harlow is. He's the one who did research on monkeys and their attachment to their moms. And then here we have a case study that looks at the role of culture and development. Assimilation and accommodation, this is Piaget concepts. Modeling, learning by observation. And then what's wrong with this study? So it's a nice scientific example. So you can kind of look at the titles and decide which one of these do I want to do. You could also pick by, clicking on each of them and seeing which one is like the shortest. Or if you click on one, why don't we go ahead and click on Harry Harlow? It'll show you a little synopsis so that you can decide with even greater knowledge. So this one says it's 25 minutes long. So it's a little longer than I remembered any of them being. So apparently I misled you in the syllabus. So it tells you it's got original footage from 1959, and it's going to be okay, so this is our interactive where you have an opportunity to put some guesses about how things are going to work and so on. And eventually you're going to watch. Okay, so I think this is the time for the entire activity. Hey, I graduated from UC Davis. Hey, that's fun. So it's going to be 25 minutes for the whole thing, answers to the questions included, not just the videos that you're doing. So it wants you to do the response before you can move on and so on. So how do I get back to where I want to go back to? Ta-da. Okay. So you can look at the first page and kind of figure out what they're going to be about. You can decide based on how long it's going to be. Either let it, however you want to decide. I won't judge. Complete the assignment, and then the grade will pop up here showing you how many points you got. So you'll notice you have all of these that are due on the 13th. You pick one. Now this next one doesn't have a label. So this is how you know it's the learning curve activity, because they didn't label it. This is not me. This is how the Psych Portal does it. So when it's time to do your learning curve game, okay, there are a lot that you actually have to do. You have to do 1A, B. Okay, why is B assigned twice? I will delete that. C and D. Okay, now here's how these work. Learning curve. Okay, so we're going to be covering the scientific method and the nature-nurture controversy. Your task is to score points by answering questions. Your current score is 0. You need to reach the target score of 300, and you'll get full credit. And you need to reach the target score before the due date passes to receive credit for the activity. Questions get harder as you progress through the activity, and you'll get more points for answering harder questions. Okay, so now I've heard that this is very intuitive and easy for students, so you probably don't even need me to show you how this works. But see these bars down here? This tells you how many points you've got so far. So we don't have any. So you start to do the questions, and you have this get a hint option where it'll tell you, give you a hint for the question. It'll show you where it is in the textbook, in the ebook. So if you use these options, though, you get fewer points for getting the question right. So if you can answer the question straight off, you get more points and you'll get through it faster because your goal is to fill up this bar. So that's how those learning curve games work. So the thing is, when it says student video activities, you pick one. When it doesn't say anything, when it has these 1A, 1B, 1C, 1D, down here you'll see 2A, 2B, 2C. Those are the learning curve games. You can also tell by the points values over here, which should sum to 10, because you're getting 10 points all together. I'm giving you more points for the ones that have more questions on them and fewer points for the ones who have fewer questions on them. I need to adjust this one because apparently I assigned the same set twice. Looks like I did this one right, even though it's got the same, yeah, okay. And this one, see how many you have? So see, they're worth not that many because I didn't pick that many questions from it. See what I'm saying? So we're covering all the topics, but not all the games are the same length. But the total set should be worth the same amount. So if it's a student video activity, oh my gosh, look in this one. These are all due February 10th. Trying to find the bottom of the list. Still going. There's the bottom. Okay, so I got the bottom lined up with the bottom of the page. Williams syndrome. And then we've got up at the top is this one. A case study about aggression. Everything in between is fair game. Anything between Williams syndrome and a case about aggression, you can pick any one that you want. So when you see that gigantic long list, the toughest task is to figure out which one you want to watch, and complete the assignment. Okay, so the long lists are always the student activities. You get shorter lists here. This is covering chapters 7 and 8, so you've got 6 learning curve games to do, and you'll notice some of them are very short, so I only gave you 1 point. Some are a little bit longer. Some of them are the longest one on there. So altogether the learning curve should take you no more than an hour. The video activities should take you, no more than half an hour probably. You pick one. Okay. Oh, for death and dying you only have 2 to choose from. Okay. A lot of subjects in the last week of the quarter, and so I gave you short quizzes on them. And let's see their due dates. Yeah, see this, the 12th is 1 week, and then the 19th is the next week. So for whatever reason, the student video activities that are due, that should be due the 19th. I got a deadline error here. That should be the 19th. I did all of these, and it looks like I kind of got some of the deadlines messed up. Bereavement videos should be due on the 19th. Yeah. Oh no. So that means I got all those old age ones are on the wrong date too. Oh no. Oh no. Slight mental breakdown for teacher. Oh well, I'll get it straightened out before you guys are messing around in here, but that is not how I planned on spending my evening tonight. Okay, but I think you guys might have gotten the gist, right? So if you have any questions about how you're doing these assignments in the development portal, please send me a message in the inbox. Here's also the ebook, and I really, I was against the ebook initially. I was like, who wants to read an ebook? But you know what's kind of cool is that it's got everything organized so that you can sort of expand it out, and it's small bites, which is kind of nice. As a cognitive psychologist, I do appreciate small bites, and it tells you what page it corresponds to on your printed book. So it's exactly the same book. It's actually pretty cool. So I've kind of become an ebook fan lately. So it's not so bad. I thought it would be a lot more annoying than it is, but it's actually kind of cool. And it's kind of nice to have access to your book right on the computer. So it's kind of cool. But anyway, so that's basically how the development portal works. If you run into trouble technologically, as far as how the portal is working, I want to point you to a couple of ways to get help. One is this gigantic button that says help. Another is this little question mark, which is also the help. And then also down here at the bottom, for help, call this number or click for more options. So sort of all over the page, they're pointing you to how to get help. So if you run into any kind of technological issue with the development portal, call them, contact them. If you're running into any kind of content problem, like if you notice that I've got the date wrong in the assignment center or something like that, that's something I set, then let me know. You know what I'm saying? So I am in charge of the due dates. I'm in charge of like announcements, but basically they run all the technology for this actual website. So if you call them, there's a human there, and they actually do answer the phone, and they actually will walk you through it. So far, out of all the people I've talked to, I've only run into one who was a little snippy with me. And it had to do with the setting of those due dates, and he was a little snippy with me. But other than that, they've been very nice, and it's possible that I started the phone call with a bad attitude. So just saying. Because I was irritated because my times were wrong. And yeah, so I think that pretty much covers the portal. If you have trouble, just go ahead and send me a little message in the classroom. You can either click on this button right here on the home page or go to your inbox, which should be up at the top right corner when you're in as a regular student. Okay, I think that covers all the nuts and bolts of this classroom, so I shouldn't be making any more videos for a little while. So, all right, I'll talk to you guys later.